It's 7 a.m. The show has come to an end, as it is time to review the first night of Wrestle Kingdom 15, as it's been a hot minute since I've done my traditional reviews that I've been used to doing here on this channel for the past couple of years now. As man, what a show that really was. I'm so giddy. I can't get over it. But we gotta start all the way back from the beginning here. We gotta go through the pre-show, as it was the New Japan Rambo to start this off. As Chase Owens was number one entrant, and fucking Tomoishi was second. Suzuki was third, which, I mean, that was perfect. Like, Chase Owens, when he heard the music, he had a perfect reaction to it. Went down to his knees and prayed, as and everyone just kind of let him have his Kazunori no Rei moment. So that was fun. Ishii and Suzuki, they beat the shit out of each other. They traded strikes, and they just trade off and beating the shit out of Chase Owens. That was fun. And they got us the fourth man. Just already at the head of the gate, I was like, man, the second, third, and fourth entrant was just popped me every time. Tonari fifth, as again I say it another year now of me saying that Tonari, I'm hoping that he takes the next leap in the New Japan. I've been saying it for years now, but I'll keep saying it until it finally happens, or they get rid of him. It's one of the two things are gonna happen eventually. Soroki Goto sixth, as already three of my predicted Final Four are already out, so that can't be a good sign. And just like that, Toinari eliminates Yuji Nagata and Minoru Suzuki from the New Japan Rambo, as they fight back up to the entrance aisleway. Seventh is Yujiro Takahashi, no by either, of course, so it's just him. Part of talk about a letdown and a half, just zero reaction for that man. Toinari with a hell of a spear, though, on Yujiro as he comes in. He charges at Ishii, Toinari does, but he gets dumped by Ishii with a backdrop, who eliminates him over. Eighth is Yoshihashi, who can shove that staff right up his ass. Ninth is Togi Makabe. Hanma comes in at 10th, who makes the elimination save on Makabe. They embrace, and then Hanma starts beating him up. There's no friends in this New Japan Rambo, as 11th is Hiroshi Tenzan. As either I've lost my sense of time after Tenzan got eliminated, or they just started slowing down their entrance. Like, their, just the sheer, like, time it took between an entrant from one to the other. It's Hanma and Tenzan, they team up and eliminate Makabe, which, what a wild what-if teaming of Tomoaki Hanma and Hiroshi Tenzan. Rocket Maro's 12th, which, talk about a fun guy, like, a fun KOPW guy. Rocky Romero, I love me some Rocky Romero. So that'd just kind of be a fun, like, comedy thing for him to do in the undercard. 13th is Doki, which, not a whole lot of eliminations going on, as I'm, talking about this, but as I say that, Doki hits Rocky Romero with a cane, and Marty Asami DQs him, as Doki chokes him out, and that brings out the 14th entrant, which is Sho. He makes the save, as another guy, like Sho, getting in that four-way. That'd be like a great opportunity for him, as he tries to eliminate Chase Owens, who gets saved by Yujiro. 15th is Mushi, which I was expecting a crazy mask, so I'm not gonna lie, it's a clean one, but not one of his best ones. Definitely not like Wrestle Kingdom quality. He eliminates Yujiro, which, thank God for that, and then he hits a Tope Suicida on him. 16th is Tiger Mask 4, which crossbodies onto Rocky Romero from the top rope, which, love that right away. He went for Rock. Just Black Tiger and Tiger Mask Heat forever. Love it. Bad Luck Fale 17th. Tiger Mask and Rocky Romero then start teaming up on Bushi, which that's the New Japan Rambo for you. They tease a spot where they look to have Ishii, take out Fale with a suplex that they always do for, like, the Tokyo Dome suplex, as they call it. But Fale counters it, sets him up on the apron, which then he gets taken out by Fale with the help of Chase Owens. So they all out goes Tomoishi. Sad day. Gabriel Kidd is 18th, which a lot of eliminations happen. We got Hanma gone, we got Tenzan gone, Goto, Yoshihashi, all at, it seems like at once. Umihara is 19th, which I'm guessing Yano's going to be the last guy at 20th. Let's see if I am right on this one, which Rocky, Sho, and Tiger Mask 4, they all get eliminated by Fale. As just, big man doing big man shit. I don't hate the booking behind that. It's, logic. As then we have Yota Tsuji, which he is 20th. As and the Young Lions try to eliminate Fale with drop kicks. Chase Owens knocks them down. Bushi takes him out. Takes him on the outside. Does Chase Owens, sweeps him out from underneath the the ring ropes. Yano is presumably the last man. I want to say he was 21st. I might have missed somebody, but I highly doubt it. Because I was like, there should have been 22 people. But yeah, he was the last man for sure. As Fale and Chase Owens, they take out the Young Lions. And now they are waiting on Yano. And before Yano even hits the ring, they've already got their four. As, Chase Owens, Bad Luck Fale, and Bushi, they're already in the ring. So it's like, well, we got our four. So there you go. Bell rings, and that's all she wrote for the New Japan Rambo. As, what a random-ass Final Four that is. If you had that as your Final Four going into this match, buy yourself a fucking lottery ticket. Because, I mean, Jesus. Kind of crazy. I mean, like, it was a letdown, for sure. Like, that New Japan Rambo as far as who's the Final Four. But I'll say this. It was kind of fun seeing Bad Luck Fale being that unstoppable hoss again that he was a decade ago. Not even a decade ago, like about 6-7 years ago. It was a lot of fun to see that. And he was like dominant in the Battle Royal, just very big man booking, very logical booking. As the Wrestle Kingdom show, it starts off with a Japanese version of Don King, who brings out Riki Choshu, and he's got his grandson with him. He's just a little fella, which they open up the show, which, fuck yeah, was not expecting that. Was not expecting Riki Choshu to show up and introduce and kind of start out Wrestle Kingdom 15. That was awesome. Who doesn't love Riki Choshu? He's the goddamn man. As the official Wrestle Kingdom 15 theme song. So that song played a whole bunch before the show started, so I was already sick and tired of it. I can't stand that fucking song. Oh my god. The Wrestle Kingdom 15 theme song, I think it fucking sucked ass. As I'll be the first one to say it. That'll be my hill to die on. As it is wild that there are even fans of this show, to be honest, because Japan is about to shut right back down with this the new COVID strand. It started in the UK, it's now kind of hit everybody globally, and they're getting hit with it really bad. Their numbers are going higher and higher as far as new COVID cases, so it just seems like, it looked like they were about to fucking cancel the show, to be honest. Well, maybe not cancel the show, but at least cancel the fans. New Japan had made a statement that they were going to do a Wrestle Kingdom with fans, without fans, which had been a fucking sight to see. No fans in the Tokyo Dome. I mean, listen, the DDT's done some Tokyo Dome empty arena matches. It wouldn't be the first time that happened. As our opener, of course, it's the Best Super Junior winner versus the Super J-Cup winner, El Phantasmo versus Hiromu Takahashi. It's Edgelord, El Phantasmo with his new entrance gear and his new theme. I will say it's a lot better than his old gear. As Hiromu's entrance gear is a fucking masterpiece. Like, fucking pregnant lady, big fucking coat, like, energy. Like, he's just like, listen, this baby's about to pop out any minute. I gotta be comfortable as hell. That was quite the robe he was wearing. As right out of the gate, this match just starting off hot. Hiromu takes El Phantasmo to the outside and he hits that fucking time bomb dive to the floor, which, what a tremendous job and a tremendous catch by El Phantasmo. He caught him flawlessly. I mean, that's a hell of a catch. I mean, that's just dead weight coming off the top to the floor. And he did a great job catching him. DVD in the corner from Hiromu. El Phantasmo hits that sunset flip powerbomb to the floor that Hiromu likes doing. That was fun. He did a great job, too. That was a hell of a little bum for him. As El Phantasmo walks the top rope, moonsaults to the floor, which then he sells his foot. He honestly probably sprained it, to be honest. I mean, that's a hell of a fall. Looked like he landed on his ankle pretty badly when I saw the replay. It's like, he might actually got fucking hurt. I thought he was just selling it at first. I was like, he might actually hurt himself, which, if he didn't, way to go, El Phantasmo. You just keep on impressing me, good man. As El Phantasmo does the Omega Terminator setup for the tope, only gets shotgun dropkick by Hiromu. Falcon from Hiromu gets a 2 count. El Phantasmo taunts while having a hold of Hiromu's hand while walking the top rope, only for Hiromu to bite him. And then El Phantasmo bites his fingers in retaliation to that. El Phantasmo goes for the Styles Clash. Hiromu gets out of the time bomb, which El Phantasmo gets out of it and then hits the time bomb. El Phantasmo kicks out of it. Hiromu with a super kick. El Phantasmo counters into a back to belly pile driver. Hiromu kicks out at 2. Top rope run from El Phantasmo into a top rope body splash. That also gets a 2 count. El Phantasmo, he gets a busted lip, but it just looks like he's got lipstick on him. Very edgelord appearance. Styles clash from El Phantasmo, and Romo kicks out. That's, it's tough. At the same time, I'm like, I get what his character is. I get that he's just trying to mimicking and doing a lot of mannerisms and moves of former Bullet Club guys. But it does kind of take away from that fucking move. It is not a great... I'm not a fan of it, but I understand it. And I wouldn't say respect it, but I get it. I get why he does them. Does those moves, but it's just... I don't think it's a good idea. Corner DVD from Romo. Romo rolls through the powerbomb attempt, hooking the legs, and he gets the win. What a fun little opener, though. And I must say, I gotta give El Phantasmo, I give him a lot of shit, but I think he did a great job in this match. As the IWGP Tag Team title match, God has taken on Dangerous Tekkers, the champions, as Taichi chokes out Tama Tonga right out of the gate. As probably about 2 minutes in, I was like, I've already mentally checked out of this matchup. Probably wasn't a great idea, having two heel teams working in a COVID-friendly Tokyo Dome. It was just clear that the crowd... It was going to be a slow start to this tag match. But really, they cared about Taichi, which at least they cared about him, and it was clear that they were on Taichi's side. Zack Saber Jr., he got a hot tag, and he just got nothing from the crowd. Did hit a tornado DDT out of the corner, then into a pin on Tama. That got a 2 count. Octopus stretch from Zack Saber Jr. There's both teams back and forth were really just choking the shit out of each other, which kind of got a bit repetitive after a while. A great little pop-up powerbomb tag spot, though, from God as Taichi makes a save on the pin. Corner splash from Tama Tonga leads to a corner powerbomb off the top rope, but that gets countered into a guillotine choke on Tonga Loa by Zack Saber Jr., as then Taichi with a modified stretch plum on Tama. As they highlight the match, Zack Saber Jr. yelling at Taichi, that's the fucking Tokyo Dome, he'll sacrifice his body. So they do the kind of corner superplex, like powerbomb superplex. So basically, Zack Saber Jr. sacrificing his body for the greater good of the team. As both teams, they see their tag finishers getting countered. Beautiful sight of suplex from Taichi, as always. What a goddamn king shit that is. As Jado comes in, Azuka's metal claw gets used by, Tama Tonga. Tonga Loa hits ape shit, and they get the win. I can't stand New Japan's tag division so fucking much. I hate it. As 7-time IWGP Tag Team Champions, God, 7 times too many, if you ask me. Just disgraced. Just a disgrace. Awesome Jon Moxley promo for the briefcase matchup between Satoshi Kojima and Kenta. As, bless Hiroshi Tenzan being there in Kojima's corner. I wouldn't have it any other way. As, man, this match would have been fantastic to see. And with a full non-COVID crowd, I think they would have really enjoyed this little undercard matchup. For 50 years old, Satoshi Kojima is really in some great shape. Kojima runs over Kenta with a shoulder block. Kenta takes out Tenzan rather, into the barricade. Just gives him a little kick and a little whip into the barricade. Kojima with some Mongolian chops, which are getting a bigger pop than the entire IWGP Tag Title matchup. Machine gun chops in the corner from Kojima. Kenta with a flying clothesline off the top rope. DDT on the apron from Kojima. DDT of his own this time from Kenta. Double foot stomp off the top rope from Kenta. That gets a 2 count. Kenta goes with a go to sleep. Kojima blocks it. Goes a gutter from Kojima. As he doesn't bend him, though, Kenta counters the lair with a scoop power slam. Kenta tries to use the briefcase, but Kojima lariats it out of his hands. Kenta runs into a lariat, gets a 2 count. Busaiku knee from Kenta, then hits another one. And Kojima kicks out. Crazy. Did not see that coming. Then it's the go to sleep, but that's all but over. Great stuff from Kojima on the go to sleep. I'm happy as hell that Satoshi Kojima got to what could be his final Wrestle Kingdom singles match, with about 2 weeks prep too. They just kind of gave him the little nod and gave him the touch on the shoulder and be like, you gotta go out there. And he fucking delivered. I thought, at least. I thought it was a fun little undercard matchup. So far, we're 3 for 3 on rough bumps. So let's see where that finishes on the night. Liger's not there on commentary. That fucking breaks my heart. Though seeing Kodami, that was fun. Yeah, it's nice to see that he's out there. So after intermission, we're back, and we get Hiroshi Tanahashi versus the Great Ocon. Some amateur wrestling to start this off, as the old man does not want to do that. He will get outworked in a hurry, and he'll get stretched the fuck out. Big scoop slam from Khan. Khan slams Tanashi on the ramp. Tanashi catches the bicycle kick and turns into a dragon screw leg whip. That was a cool little spot. Middle rope flipping senton from Tanashi. What a face buster from Great Ocon. He caught him, then turned it, and then into the face buster. Great stuff. Elevated flatliner from the Great Ocon. As Tanashi evades the chokeslam on the chair, hits a twist and shout. He grabs the chair, which Manasami's like pissed. He throws it down, and that gets a pop. Dragon suplex, Great Ocon kicks out. High fly flow to the back, and then the regular high fly flow. Hiroshi Tanahashi gets the win. Yeah, no way in hell Tanahashi was going to lose that one at Wrestle Kingdom. He's not about to put over Excursion guy. He didn't do it to Jay White. He's definitely not going to do it to the Great Ocon. It's night and day difference between those two talents. As far like Jay White was ready, like right when he came back. Great Ocon, as I personally think his look and gimmick, I think it'd be better if he changed it. I think there's somewhat a split kind of feeling on that. I think there's some people that enjoy it, his look and his character. But as far as him being like a top guy, it ain't gonna work. Like, not that gimmick. He's gonna have to do something else. But, cause he's very fucking talented. He's just gotta get another gimmick. But yeah, no way in hell Tanahashi's gonna lose that one. But at least not for a couple of years. I think there's going to be a time I think a lot of fans have been waiting with bated breath, where it's like, alright, he's going to do it now. He's going to lose to somebody then. But I'd say at least till he's like 45, when Dad Tanahashi comes out and he starts putting over the new kids. But yeah, Great Ocon did prove that he could go, though, in that match. So that's good for him. In the co-main event, I can't believe it's like, I felt like this show flew by. As Will Ospreay versus Kazuchika Okada. Chono on commentary for the co-main and main. I want Chono to bury the fuck out of Ospreay so bad. So it kind of looked like he was about to get shot out of a cannon running those ropes so early on. Like he was going full tilt in this match. You could definitely tell he was excited and was ready to get at it. As DDT on Ospreay. Tope from Okada. Ospreay pulls the ring mats up and nothing happens, so both guys kind of counter out of it. High angle back suplex from Ospreay, that gets a 2 count. A backbreaker from Ospreay again covers him, and again that's a 2 count. A huge fucking backdrop from Okada. An over the knee neck breaker from Okada, that gets a 2 count. Springboard forearm from Ospreay, that also gets a 2 count. They trade strikes. You could hear a pin drop. It was so fucking quiet, just wild. Okada drop kicks Ospreay off the turnbuckle. Okada with a shotgun drop kick to the outside. That was a great sell from Ospreay 2A to give the son of a bitch credit, but he does, that was a hell of a sell. Ospreay counters the tombstone into the cheeky Nando spot. Question mark kick from Ospreay. Okada drops down from the Stormbreaker. Drop kick to the back of the head. German suplex. Ospreay lands on his feet. Super kick off the ropes goes Ospreay, which Okada was ready for the drop kick, but Ospreay in midair catches him into the powerbomb. As outside the ring they go, Ospreay suplexes Okada through a ringside table. Okada with a tombstone on the ring apron, and a drop kick from Okada. He gets in that money clip. Twisting tombstone, again back to the money clip. Ospreay gets out of the money clip. Spanish fly off the top from Ospreay, that gets a 2 count. The Oscutter gets countered by Okada. Ref bump, as Ospreay stomps the fuck out of Okada, so now we didn't have one in the last match with Tanashi and the Great Ocon, so we're 4 out of 5 ref bumps. Okada drop kicks, Ospreay going for the top rope, Oscutter, discus Rainmaker back into the money clip. At that point I was like, alright, this money clip's been seen way too much. Ospreay hit with the tombstone, he does the Rainmaker pose, he hits the Rainmaker. Okada with a fucking perfect kick out. Alright, every year at Wrestle Kingdom, I'm like, this is why this man is like considered one of the greatest. These fucking kickouts he does, just unbelievable. The timing that you need to do those kickouts, you have like, it's fractions of a second, or he just fucking out of nowhere, he just fucking kicks out. Unbelievable. Okada with the Rainmaker to a giant fucking pop. It's been about probably half a year, if not a full year, that he's hit a Rainmaker. And of course, he busts one out of Tokyo Dome. And he gets the win. And he wasn't going to kick out of that. Just awesome. Awesome that it took the Rainmaker for him to win. Thank fucking Christ, Ospreay did not win. But I'll say this. Again, he's a piece of shit. But that match was very, very good. And that was a very, very good match between those two. And Okada's God once again, so all is well. Main event time for both the belts. Koda Ibushi versus Tetsuya Naito. Some groundwork to start this off. Naito trying to lock in a full Nelson from Ibushi's back. It was just a fun little feeling out process that felt like a little bit more like urgency, like a sense of urgency, as Naito sweeps Ibushi off the apron. What a counter from the neckbreaker from Ibushi, landing on his feet on the outside. That basically it was an apron neckbreaker, but he flipped over and landed on his feet. Ibushi blocks the springboard DDT on the inside of the ring, as then he hits Naito with a drop kick. Ibushi with a laird on Naito, who takes an insane apron bump from it, of course. These two, someone's going to land on their fucking neck. Definitely, probably both of them by the end of this goddamn thing. Ibushi blocks the Gloria. Ibushi with a German suplex. Fighting Spirit from Naito. Ibushi leaps and hits the double foot stomp on a running in Tetsuya Naito. Ibushi with a Ronda's Naito off the apron to the floor below. Basically, the kind of, I wouldn't say the rules, but there was like a guideline but for the fans in the Tokyo Dome to make it even more COVID friendly. They weren't supposed to do a loud applause and gasp and stuff. People with 1/3 of that crowd probably has COVID now because they fucking were like, what the fuck? It was nuts. What a move. What a fucking run off the apron there. As Naito blocks the outside to inside German suplex spot off the ropes from Ibushi. Poison Rana off the top fucking rope from Naito. Ibushi kicks out at 2. Destino, Ibushi kicks out. Wheelbarrow driver. Ibushi doesn't cover him though. They trade strikes. Ibushi turns Naito inside out with a lariat. Kamagori from Ibushi. Naito now kicks out. Ibushi signals for that Phoenix Splash. Naito rolls out of the way of it. Destino and Ibushi kicks out. Dear God, that was a very good near fall again. As Ibushi with a head kick that levels Naito. Another Kamagori. And Naito kicks out again. Both men now have kicked out of their finishers twice. They're going to need to dig down deep or something there. Just right when I fucking typed that out. V-trigger into the Kamagori, and he fucking did it. The Golden Star. Koda Ibushi. I waited for this day for so long. For so long. The IWGP Heavyweight Champion, Koda Ibushi. It feels so good. What a match, though. These two had a phenomenal performance. Ibushi was in disbelief that he won. Was a legitimate favorite post match scene from a Wrestle Kingdom main event. He tries to cover him, and Red Shoes has to tell him he's already won, and just a childlike wonder from this man. Where he's just he fucking did it. He just awesome. As I'll be honest, I fucking love this show. I was going into it, was all right. It's probably, its excitement levels wasn't on the same path as it was before. And it was well, there is a lot of potential as far as if the right guy kind of wins. And besides the tag title matchup, the right guy won every match. I can't hate a show that doesn't have, where there's logical booking, guys are putting on great matches. Even with that, the COVID crowd, the COVID Tokyo Dome, it was still a great show, and it went by fucking fast. I just couldn't believe when we were at the co-main event. It's wow, we're at the co-main event. That is because it's a 6-match card instead of in the years past we've had 8-10 match cards in the past. I definitely, if they're gonna do 2 nights, 6 and 6 is definitely a way to go. Plus, the pre-show stuff. But as far as this Wrestle Kingdom, I have no problems with it at all. As I very much wish we would have got that full experience, but these are the times we're in. Can't really dwell on what could have been. We have to scope it as a whole and just be alright, this is what it was, and it was still a great fucking show. Fucking Koda Ibushi, I just can't get over it. It was so awesome that there was so much stuff, matches that were it took me back to alright, I hope this guy fucking wins. And I was alright, this guy fucking wins. And then that's what pro wrestling in the end it's all about. Guys, you want to win, take it on. Guys, you don't want to win, you want the guy to win. And he ends up winning, you're just fucking, he did it. It's as simple as that. As Jay White comes out, and as expected, I had a feeling they were going to do that. With a little post-show promo to hype it up their match. They even needed more fucking hype for that match. It was already set in stone. That was gonna, the history's there. As one of these Wrestle Kingdoms is gonna end nicely for whoever wins that main event, where they don't get attacked, they don't get interrupted, they can just celebrate in peace. As far as the match of the night for this show, it's a tough one. It's a tough one. I know. I think I'm gonna go with the main event. The co-main event was very, very good though, as we're keeping up with that Wrestle Kingdom tradition again, where the co-mains are great and the mains are great. There for last year's Wrestle Kingdom Night 1, where it felt like the junior match, and then you had the co-main, which felt like the cool-down for the main. As far as, the COVID Kingdom, as I will call it, Wrestle Kingdom 15, I enjoyed it. I hope you all enjoyed it. As I will catch you all later today, as you're seeing this video probably around 11 or noonish Eastern Time, as I will be previewing Night 2, as I didn't really talk about Night 2 all that much in my preview video, just because, for the what ifs, but turns out everything that I assumed was going to happen happens. I kind of would have not wasted my breath, but hey, it's still fun to talk about Wrestle Kingdom as a whole. And plus, there were some other matches we didn't even get to talk about as well. So that's besides the point. But thank you all, and we will catch you guys then. Take care, everyone.